Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2019 with Mr.
I'm Beau Billingslea. Hello, everybody.
It's nice to meet you. I've been a great fan of you for many years. How'd you get started in the world of entertainment?
Well, I actually started when I was in college. One of my fraternity brothers was directing a show, and he asked me to do the lead in it. It was a very big surprise to me, but I did it, and that's kind of got me started, you know. I mean, and I got the feeling how great it was to be on stage, and then time lapsed, but then eventually, when I was in graduate school, I went down to New York and I started my career there.
It's wonderful to hear that it was just a slip of the chance and got you in the door.
Yeah. It was one of those things that I had done a little of this when I was in 5th and 6th grade. I was in the talent show and I sang Silent Night at the Christmas play, and I did the ham bone in the talent show, but I was basically an athlete. In my own mind, I looked upon myself as an athlete. I went to college on a football scholarship, and I had letters for the NFL draft, and so that's how I perceived myself. And going into the world of entertainment was kind of a surprise, but I think I made the right decision.
I think so too, because that leads back into a show that I've loved so much, as Cowboy Bebop. It's now hit its 20th anniversary and is still being discovered by so many anime fans over so many years. What's it mean for you that it's now had a lasting legacy of over 20 years, that you provided such an iconic role and iconic voice?
Well, it has a special place in my heart, obviously. I've heard so many wonderful stories from the fans on how Cowboy Bebop has affected their lives in a positive way. And that's the best part of my professional career, to hear the feedback from fans, to say that something I've done had a positive impact on their lives.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've also interviewed Steve, so I've got now spiking Jet under my wing.
Okay.
Alrighty, so now you're also part of the Digimon franchise, and they've had some new movies come out with the Try movies. What's it like bringing life to those characters and also seeing it come more mainstream as more and more fans are discovering the Digimon franchise?
Oh, it's wonderful. And, you know, way back when we did the original Digimon series, I voiced Ogremon, was my main character, but I voiced Parrotmon, Ohuromon, Sagittaromon, and a lot of people didn't realize that I voiced those other characters as well. But I have a funny story. I had finished a session doing Ogremon, and talking like that, and so Jeff Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy's cousin, he asked, Bo, can you do Child's Walla? And I said, what? I don't know. I'll give it a try. So, and then I went back in and I said, hey, where's everybody? I want to be with all the other kids. Hey, don't leave me behind. Oh, no, I'm all alone. And he said, okay, we can do that. So I did children's voices as well as Ogremon,
That was awesome. Thank you.
All right.
So now, again, not only just doing voice acting, you're also live action, working on several national commercials. What's it like doing those? Like, what's it like when people come up to you and be like, hey, I actually seen you on TV?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and especially with social media now, so people all over the world get in touch with me and tell me about what they've seen. I have a Verzinio commercial that's running now, which I'm very proud of, because it's a drug that helps people with metastatic breast cancer. So, so when you do these things, a lot of times it's just a gig. I did a Popeye's chicken commercial not too long ago, and I was a Cajun talking like that, and people thought I was from Cajun country down there in Louisiana, and I was talking like, you have Ed Gator, alligator. You need to eat yourself some alligator because it's real good, but in the meantime, eat yourself some Popeye chicken. but yeah, it's really fun to be able to do a lot of different characters in a lot of different genres. The commercials are a lot of fun, and the thing about that is the commercials, they come and go. Yeah. They do them for a while and then they come and go. I did a commercial with Cedric the Entertainer for the diabetic nerve pain and neuropathy in the feet. And it was funny, too, because Cedric is an interesting name, and it's not a common name. And for some reason, I kept calling him Frederick. So Frederick Cedric? Yeah. So he said, Bo, my name is Cedric, right? I said, I know. What was I saying? He said, you're calling me Frederick. So I said, well, have you considered changing your name? So yeah, he took it in the right humor. But yeah, doing the commercials, it's fun, and it's nice because you spend a day or so. I did a commercial years ago for Orkin, where a giant ant comes to the door. I don't know if you saw that commercial, but I'm making coffee, getting a cup of coffee, and then the doorbell rings, and I go to the door, open the door, and there's this ant looking straight at me. 6 foot tall ant, and so. Anyway, I didn't really have any lines in that show, but the ant was trying to get into the house. That was the nature of the whole thing, And so his buddy, ants are very strong, so his buddy is out on the lawn with one hand raising a couch, and he says, "We brought your couch. We brought your couch." And I'm looking at, oh, wow, like that. And he goes on. And then, like a month later, they call me in to the ADR stage because I had the loop. They want me to say couch. So for like 15 minutes, I said couch. One word. Couch, 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 couch. I mean, every possible way you can say a word, I said it. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing the commercials. I did a sling commercial last year where they had a play on words. We were slingers, and we were at a barbecue, and he said, "Okay, we're going to go in there and sling." And so one guy thinks we're swingers and not slingers, and he starts taking his shirt off, and his girlfriend says, "Honey, what are you doing?" He says, "What?" He says, "It's not." He said, "Oh, we're just watching TV." Okay, all right. But yeah, a lot of the commercials are kind of goofy, but they're also a lot of fun.
Really fun and amazing thing about you is that you also provided narration for live television programs. What's it like to see your program be on TV and then help people learn more about the world around them and educate them on their world? And you're providing that deep narrated voice to educate people. What's it like for you?
Oh, it's a fabulous experience. I narrated a couple of series on the History Channel. One was Suicide Missions, which became part of Martin Marvels, and another one was Hero Ships. And I learned so much because we had all kinds of subjects. When we first started, there were like basically military subjects, but we also did the Daredevils. We did the men who walk the high steel. Those are the men who built the skyscrapers in New York, and we did one on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And I just learned a lot. We did a hazmat show. And I really enjoyed, even though, I knew the show, I'd seen the show, but whenever it came on, I watch it anyway, just because it was just a magical experience to see it and to be part of it.
I'm actually from San Francisco, so yeah.
I lived on the Presidio for a while. That was my last duty station when I was in the military.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, my father lives in Redwood City, so I used to go out there from time to time to visit him. So I'm used to the area. I've been to the Golden Gate many a time. It's a beautiful bridge.
Beautiful bridge. Yeah.
And now going back to your live acting, doing TV, you also worked on several dramas. Do you feel it's actually helped you with all your other acting skills? Because I mean, a drama series is much more difficult, especially when they say the two faces of theater are drama and comedy, and they both have two very different styles, and they're both very hard to hit. So what was it like for you to work on those series?
Well, whatever work you do, you get better at it. And like I was on General Hospital for a while. I was on Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, which was my first show, which was live TV. Yeah. That was when I first started. We were in New York, and it was actually live. Nobody had any VHSs, and there was no video recording. There was no video recording of the show, so I didn't get a chance to see what I did. So all I could do was just say, "Hey, how was I?" But yeah, it's different genres have a different pacing. Like the soaps have kind of a slower pacing, and but we also do an hour show a day, which is a lot. The normal nighttime shows are an hour show a week, but like when I was doing General Hospital, I had an hour show a day. I have 5 or 6 scenes, and next day 5 or 6 scenes. So it was pretty intensive work, but it was a lot of fun. And I had to move on the fly. I remember one time they took a break. They said, "Beau, we just wrote a monologue for you, so here it is." It was a half a page, and so they took a break. They said, "Let us know when you're ready." So you have to memorize it instantly, basically, and do your thing. But that's what actors do. One of the talents we have is to memorize quickly, and so that's what we do. Unless you're Marlon Brando, and then they write the lines on the set, around the set. That's no secret. Everybody knew that, that he didn't, he said, I'm not going to bother to learn these lines. He said he got into show business to get girls,
That sounds about right about Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
So, again, you've been working in Hollywood now for over 30 plus years, and hopefully another 30 more. What type of project would you love to do, or potentially work with another fellow actor on?
Well, I'd love to work with Denzel Washington, and it would be wonderful to do the story of my life. No ego here.
I mean, what other type of acting would you like to do? More stage theater, or some more voice acting potentially?
I love theater. Theater is fun. That's how I started. And one of my favorite plays is Driving Miss Daisy. I don't know, a lot of people don't realize it started as a play, and Morgan made it famous as a movie. But I've done that play 4 times. The last time I was nominated for an award in L.A. But it's a magical show, and I really enjoyed it. And my father's family is from Georgia, and that show takes place in Georgia, so I felt really at home. When I play Hulk, he's kind of like a combination of my grandfather and my great uncles, and so it's a show that has a warm place in my heart.
Oh, that's so wonderful to hear. I also did theater for 2 years as well in high school. Yeah, I was a grip, so I got to build and push sets.
Well, you guys are heroes, I'll tell you. The grips are heroes. The guys who build sets, you're at the top of my list.
I worked on Cinderella. I remember Mama, Radium Girls, and oh gosh, what was my last play I worked on? Oh, Midnight Summer's Dream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I fell off a ladder while building one of the set. Yeah, I fell off a ladder. I popped a cyst in my hand, so I took a hit. I took a hit for theater.
I did Midsummer Night's Dream at the L.A. Shakespeare Festival in Los Angeles years ago at the Ford Theater there. Yeah.
That must have been really fun.
A lot of fun.
Alrighty. So, are there any upcoming projects you'd like to let fans know about at this time? We understand about the NDAs. So, is there anything that you wish fans would know about at this time?
Well, there's really nothing I can talk about. I do have a show on Netflix called Last Hope, where I voiced the character Kane, who is actually rather similar to Jet. He's even the animation. He's drawn similar to Jet. I don't know if you've seen it, but when I saw it, I said, "Oh my gosh, this looks like Jet." They said, "Well, that's why we called you in to do it." I said, "Okay." I thought it was because of my talent.
Alrighty. Now, is there a way we can keep up with you on the internet? And what message would you love to give to the fans that have been keeping up with you for the last 30 plus years?
Well, I'm. You can follow me on Facebook. That's basically what I do is Facebook in terms of social media. But my wish for all of you is to follow your dreams. If you have something you would like to do, attack it. Go after it. Now I know you have to make a living, and we in the arts we're in a unique situation because you can be a wonderful accountant, a great lawyer, do great in school, and you will always get a job. But in the arts, it can be difficult because you can be a wonderful actor and still, for whatever reason, not make a living. So it's one of those things that it's unfortunate, but I would say follow your dreams, because you don't want to be at the in your autumn years of your life to wish that you had tried it and wondering how you would have done. So follow your dreams.
Again, Beau, I appreciate everything. Thank you again. This has been a wonderful honor to meet you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.